Yet again, parents are having difficult conversations with their kids about violence in America. All parents want to keep their kids safe, but it's really hard to keep them sheltered when it happens so frequently.
If you haven't had a conversation with your child yet, 10 TV's Lindsay Mills spoke to a local expert about how to talk to them in a way that won't scare them.
Another tragedy, another story about helping parents talk with their kids about the unthinkable. Often the couch is where families connect. This time, it's about a shooting that happened at a place where children were with their families and supposed to feel safe. To help you and your family talk about this, I spoke with Dr. Parker Houston, a clinical child psychologist and father.
As a parent, I just think about the fact that they're experiencing this on a repeated basis, and it's only a matter of time until the reassurance that I can give them isn't going to make as much of a difference when they start seeing, well, I know you're saying that it's okay, but it keeps happening. I keep seeing it.
We know it's important to communicate with our children if they saw or heard anything, but how often is too often?
I really think it probably depends on the age of your child. It used to be that this was a rare event, and so we would have maybe one conversation about it with our kids. But now anyone who watches or reads or listens to the news is confronted with this very frequently.
Should families have a game plan?
It's, if this were to happen, let's be ready for it. Same thing as fire safety, same thing as tornado safety. It's just that these other things happen to be perpetrated by another human being and not by Mother Nature or physics.
And how do we avoid creating unnecessary anxiety?
The really detail-oriented conversations about specific dangers that might happen, especially when it comes to someone committing an act of public violence. The safety plans can be a little bit more generic. If anything were to happen and we were to get separated, here's what we would do, versus if someone starts shooting and open up fire, here's what we do. Those conversations have the same outcome of them knowing what to do in an emergency situation, but they have a very different connotation in a kid's mind.
All right, now Lindsay joins us now. And Lindsay, you know, how much is too much? Are there any discussions that maybe parents should leave the kids out of? Parents should maybe have those conversations without the kids involved.
Yeah, Yolanda and Andrew, basically anything that creates that unnecessary anxiety that we did talk about, and also anything that's creating these powerful opinions. We hear a lot about gun control. There's a lot of finger pointing after these events happen. Leave those conversations to the adults and don't include young children in those is the advice here.
Yeah, it is a lot to think about. And, you know, you as a mother
as
and,
a
you know,
mom,
expecting
a
another
parent,
one.
It's something you think about, you know, especially as he's a pandemic, our kid's a pandemic baby. We're starting to take him more places. So we got to think about these things.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Lindsay.